Well, let's hope my Team of the Week predictions this week are as good as my football ones were today, because as you can see, I knew Aubameyang was getting a hat-trick today. I just had a feeling it was going to happen, and yeah, it did. So as you can imagine, we will be discussing him later in the video. Welcome to my Team of the Week 21 predictions. If you need to get your hands on some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out the link in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieron at checkout, you'll get yourself a pretty nice discount. As per usual, we will just be getting straight into things, so you guys know what to do. In the comments, let me know who you think has a chance at getting an inform this week, and also don't forget to leave a like rating on the video as well. Right then, straight into things we go, and we begin with a goalkeeper named Emi Martinez, who could pick up a second inform item this week. He was superb in Aston Villa's 0-0 draw against Brighton, and without the Argentinian goalkeeper, there is a very, very good chance that Aston Villa would have lost this game, because Brighton had 20 plus shots in this game, and yeah, Emi was a very busy boy, so I think a second in form would be very well deserved. The other goalkeeper I have gone for is Alex Murray of Napoli. He made 6 saves, kept clean sheet in a big 1-0 win against Juventus, also got a decent match rating from Getafe, which was a 7.5 rating, which is pretty good for their standards. So yeah, feeling pretty good about my goalkeeper choices this week. Hopefully we get both of them, but at minimum I definitely expect one of them. I can't see why Emi wouldn't get in, but to be fair, I also can't see why Murray wouldn't get in. So hopefully we go 2 for 2 with the goalkeepers on Wednesday. Yep, I've included him. We could see an informed centre-back Ferland Mendy this week. Terrifying, I know. He got himself a goal in Real Madrid's midweek win against Getafe, 2-0 victory, goal and a clean sheet, and played in a central-ish role. So yeah, a central Ferland Mendy is possible, and I also think it's likely too. So like I say, a bit worrying. So not looking forward to seeing a lot of people get him in their FUT Champs red picks. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Anyway, moving on, to Sebastian Coates. He got 2 goals in a 2-1 victory for his side Sporting, and 2 big goals as well. They were 1-0 down for a good portion of the game. Coates got the equaliser, and he also got a very late winner for his side as well, so I really don't see a reason why he wouldn't get in, despite not keeping the clean sheet. And then we also have Burnley's Loughton, who got himself a goal and kept clean sheet in a win against Crystal Palace. Now, was his performance ultimately outstanding? I don't think so from a defensive point of view, but the goal he scored was absolutely brilliant, and if you haven't seen it, really do advise looking it up. And I know they don't just give defenders like informs for scoring goals, but this goal was great. It was a really good goal, and as I say, if you haven't seen it, do recommend looking it up. Goal and a clean sheet for him could be enough to see him seal a spot, possibly on the bench. Before we move on to the more attacking players, let's quickly talk about the sponsor of this series, One Football. Just quickly, there is a link to download the app, of course, in the top of the description, so if you haven't given it a go yet, make sure you do exactly that. It's completely free, so you've got absolutely nothing to lose, and ultimately, it's just a very handy thing to have on your phone. If you watched yesterday's video, you will know that we predicted Arsenal to beat Leeds, and of course they did do that with a 4-2 victory, and we will talk about one of the players from that game later on in this video. But the app's not just good for keeping up to date with scores, there's plenty of sections for you guys to check out. You've got the transfer section, which is always interesting, and there's also a video section, which I can't show on this video due to copyright, but the videos are of goals, so you can keep up to date with like the goals that are getting scored all around the world, which is also very useful. And if stats are your thing, obviously you can check out players just to see how they are doing this season. Obviously Aubameyang got himself a hat-trick today, so his goals tally will be updated to reflect that, whereas eventually we do indeed find him. Let's check on Willian's stats for a laugh. Yeah, great input. Like, he was good against Fulham and he's done absolutely nothing since, and when he came on today against Leeds, I was absolutely terrified we were going to bottle the lead. Anyway, One Football, download it, link in the description. Bafétimbi Gomis got himself 4 goals in the past week, which is pretty mad, but what's interesting about this one is 3 of 4 goals were penalty kicks, which is yeah, it just takes away my confidence a bit, but 4 goals is just kind of undeniable, despite most of them being pretty gimme goals, so gotta go for it. Gotta go for the man with 4 goals. We then move on to Llorente, who got himself a goal and a assist in a 2-1 win against Granada. This could actually be a really nice card. Do believe he played out on the right edge as well, so yeah, it could be a pretty nice item, especially since a lot of people are playing a 3-5-2 variant nowadays, so this could be a perfect card for that kind of role. We have Ormeño, who got himself a hat-trick in a 4-0 win. One of his goals was a penalty, but ultimately I don't think that will cost him. And then we come on to Ndidi, who got himself an assist in a 3-1 win against Liverpool. Look, Leicester's win against Liverpool was pretty big, and ultimately because of that I think they will pick up an inform, but like I touched on in yesterday's video, Harvey Barnes recently got a future stars card, so I don't think EA will go with him. Vardy's goal was a bit of a gimme, big error by the centre back and the goalkeeper, so I don't think they'll go for him for just one goal. And Maddison obviously recently has had an inform, so I don't think they'll go with him. Therefore, Ndidi is the next best option, therefore I've gone with him. It's now time to talk about a certain Barcelona attacker. It is of course Messi, who got himself 2 goals and a assist in a 5-1 win against Deportivo Alaves, and I think I should be confident in this one, but I'm also not, and I'll explain why. In the same game, the Portuguese forward Trincao got himself 2 goals and put in a very good performance, so like I think he actually deserves it, to be honest, but it's EA, and Messi's obviously a much bigger pack seller, so that's the reason I'm including Messi in this video. But as I say, wouldn't be shocked to see Trincao either, but yeah, I've just got to go with Messi because it's EA. If it was any other company that wasn't so focused on selling stuff, then I'd probably go with Trincao, to be honest. Especially in a week like this where the Future Stars promo is ongoing, I just think he would be the more fitting option. But yeah, packs. In the comments below, let me know. Do you think EA will go with Messi or Trincao? Let me know down below. There has been a lot of hat-tricks scored in the past week, and quite a few of them in the Saudi Pro League. We've already had Gomes, and now we have Niakate as an option. He got 3 goals in a 4-2 victory. One of the goals was a penalty there, and like I keep saying, that obviously could go against him. And it's also worth mentioning there is another player, I think it's Terverde, he got a hat-trick as well, the Dutch forward in the Saudi Pro League, but I can't include 3 players from that league because I don't believe EA will go for 3 of them. I don't even know if they'll go for 2 because yeah, EA seem to do this with like the quote-unquote lesser leagues. Unless you're in the top 5 league, you normally don't get, you know, more than 1 inform, or if you do, it's on a very special occasion. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, Niakate for a hat-trick hopefully gets in. If he doesn't get in as an inform, he could actually make for a very good silver star because yeah, those stats would be pretty mad. Pacey French silver, that would be very popular. Anyway, another hat-trick right here, Carlson for Sparta Prague. Hat-trick for him, and yeah, it goes without saying he will be in. None of his goals were penalties, which definitely will help strengthen his case. We then have Rodri from Manchester City. Now, this one's definitely debatable. I'm not like particularly mad on it, but I'm going to go for it. I just think Man City will pick up an inform for a big 3-0 victory against Tottenham, and the other options from this game are not great because you've got Gundogan, who was by far man of the match. He scored 2 goals, very nice ones as well, and the reason I'm not going for him is because obviously he does have that Player of the Month card out and that is still available. So although I think Gundogan definitely deserves the inform, it would be pointless if EA gave him it, so I think they'll look elsewhere. And there are other options, one of them being Rodri, but there is another one in Edison, who kept a clean sheet, made 3 saves and set up a goal. But I just feel like my other goalkeeping options are just so much stronger in terms of actual shot stopping, so I didn't want to go with Edison because of that. So I've ended up going for Rodri, but ultimately, like I say, it's not one that I'm massively confident on, but I'm going to go for it nonetheless. One player who I feel definitely will pick up an inform this week, and I'd be very surprised to see him miss out, is Ismail Assar. 4 goal involvements, 2 goals, 2 assists in a 6-0 win, like undeniable. He's going to be in. I'll be very surprised if he's not in, and that goes for this player as well. Charlie Wyke, 4 goals, none of them penalties in a 4-0 win. Like, that's undeniable, right? Like, he's got to be in. So, yeah, feeling pretty confident about them recent 2 pages. Next up, we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who got himself a hat-trick in a 4-2 win against Leeds. And, yeah, one of his goals was, of course, a penalty, but that won't stop him. He'll get an inform this week, and obviously, as an Arsenal fan, pretty excited about that. The card will be a little bit pointless, because obviously his road to the final item will still be better, but still, definitely would not complain to getting this item in my red picks if that happens on Thursday. Probably won't. I'll probably get a bunch of terrible players, but we can hope. In my gold-free finish, if I got Mendy and Aubameyang, ooh, that'd be quite a selection from those picks. So that's what I'm hoping for. Will it happen? Probably not. I'll end up with Charlie Wyke and probably Ismail Assar, which isn't terrible, but definitely isn't what I'm after. There could be an A-League inform this week. Matt Derbyshire got himself a hat-trick and a assist in a 4-0 win, so that looks pretty undeniable. So another player with 4 goal contributions could be in Team Week 21. Now, this next one's tough. I'm fully aware we've already had a Sunderland player. We had Wyke, who got 4 goals, but in that very same game, all 4 goals were set up by the same man, Aidan McGeady, who obviously got 4 assists in a 4-0 win. So with that in mind, it's hard to leave him out. out. Now I've put him as a silver because I think there's also a chance he could be the silver star, and if he is, he hopefully will get a really big pace boost. So either way, I think McGeady will be in. It's just a case of will they put him in the team of the week, or will they give him that silver star platform instead. But yeah, 4 assists, like, it's just hard to deny, even if there is already a Sunderland player in my predictions. Okay, now I know we're already kind of at a limit for silvers going to golds on the reserves, but there are just so many that are just really hard to ignore. Henderson, for example, 4 goal involvements in a 4-1 win. Like, how do I leave that out? It's pretty ridiculous. EA are going to have to make some pretty cruel calls for the reserves this week, because some players with hat-tricks are going to miss out, and some players like this could also miss out. So yeah, going to be interesting to see what they do end up going with. Roma's French midfielder Veretout got himself 2 goals in a 3-0 win against Udinese. Also got a good match rating, and ultimately that's why I'm going with him. One of his goals was a penalty, but as a defensive midfielder player, also gets credited with the clean sheet too. So yeah, this one is certainly an option. Now there is actually something that could save us from a centre-back Mendy this week, and that is a second in form Toni Kroos. Now Real Madrid played twice in the past week, so it is possible that they get 2 informs, but I don't think EA will give them 2. And there is an option from each game. Obviously you've got Mendy from game 1, but you've got Toni Kroos from game 2, who got a goal and a assist in a 2-0 win against Valencia. So yeah, that could be interesting. I think one of them will definitely be in, just a case of which one will EA go for. The penultimate player this week is Thomasson, who got 2 goals in a 2-1 victory against Metz for Strasbourg. Lukaku could get his third in form on Wednesday. 2 goals and a assist for him in a win against Lazio. Certainly could be enough. Still though, this card kinda would be a bit useless, because I don't know about you guys, but I'd still rather have the Rule Breaker card because the dribbling boost. But still, definitely deserving of a spot. For my Silver Star pick this week, we are going to go with a bit of a themed one. We're going to go for Ndicka of Frankfurt. He got himself a goal and kept a clean sheet in a win against Cologne. And like we saw with Romero when Team's group stage was out, I think they might do a themed Silver Star, and because of that, potentially a really nice card right here. So yeah, look out for that one. So that'll do us for this video today. You've seen my prediction for the upcoming team of the week. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. If you could leave a like rating on the video as per, that would be very much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. I will catch you in the next one.